share this. Okay, there it is. Wow. All right. Okay. Hey guys. Just 1 second. Just trying to share something from here. You alright? So welcome to sequencing. We're going to learn about patterns and scales. I can actually put this on and see myself. That's quite mad. How am I going to share this my thing? Here we share. Hey Abby, how you doing? So turn this down, I can see you're there. Got another little feed coming through onto my... There we are. Okay, copy link. Let's copy the link. And I'm going to go into my page, personal page. 1 second, lads. Probably going to get somebody else to do it. But I'm trying to do this for myself now. How are you, Abby? You got anything going on today, mate? Let's have a look. And just do that. That's it. And paste. Oh, I'm going to post that. Okay. Sorry about that. Hey. Hey, Mia. How you doing, man? Ah, cool. Good to see you guys. Okay, so sequences. Got your guitar ready? Okay. Right, so what's a sequence? Okay, so we want to make our scales and our knowledge and whatever we've got as far as a bunch of notes musical. So a sequence is something you use within a pattern, within a scale, to make it more interesting. So instead of actually playing just a few notes going up the scale like this, we're going to use A minor pentatonic again, right? It's going. If you're doing that, it just sounds like a scale going up and down, guys, right? But you want it to make it sound musical. So you actually want a pattern in there, something logical, something that sounds good. So something logical would be, say, if you took one note and then you went back one and then back up again. That's 3 notes. So you've got root, behind, and back to the root. So you're going there, there, there. Right, so if I take the next note in the scale that I started, so I started on that note, so I'm going to go to the next scale now. Next note in the scale is just that one, and I'm going to play that note and go back. So what I've got is I've got the root, and back one, then back to the root, then I go up the scale, play that, back, and then back to there again. So what's happening, it's like a ladder, isn't it? So you're going down, 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 then you're there, down, down, down. So that's what's happening. It's like a little bit of a ladder, and you're going up, down, up, up, down, up. That's what's happening, all right? Cool. All right, Jude. Hey, Jude, mate. How you doing? Have you learned your scales? Hope you're well, man. I haven't seen you in ages. I'm glad you're joining us. Some of you guys got like the Mount Grace Massive over going on. Cool. Good. Anyway, so we're talking about sequences, Jude, right? So when we take a note and we make it into a pattern, and the most simplest one is just that, where you're playing the root note, you're going back, and you're going back up to the one you just played. So you're going, and you're going again. So I'm going up the scale. So you could be soloing, and then that was the sequence. Okay, so let me just explain that again. Ladder, you've got your notes, right? Just see a starting note, you go up one and back, right? Or other way around. Down one, up, and then again, go to the next note, down one, up. You can do it either way. The point is you're always going one step higher within that pattern. All right, so again, so you're going to go 7, 5, 7 on the D, and then you're going to go to the G and go 5 on there and back to the note you started on last time and do the same thing. That's how the pattern works. It's quite good writing it down on tab because you see it, but I hope you got your head around that, right? Because it's quite a simple one to be able to do, yeah? So you're going back one, back to it again, yeah? And like I said, you can end solos on it, you can do stuff like that. I'll show you some examples of who uses them a little bit later. But like I said, you've got to interweave these. It's almost like you don't want it to sound like a bunch of notes that because they just fit for the sake of it. Making notes sound musical is a little bit tricky, and this is one of the tricks that you need to do. All right. So, any questions? You're having a good chat on there. You got any questions to ask me rather than having hello to each other, saying hello to each other? I'm just kidding. So you could mix up a slide and then go. That's a little sequence, right? Another one, hammer on and pull off. like that, right? They're all kind of little patterns repeated within the scale, all right? So let's try another one. This is the one that's at the end of, or within the solo of Sweet Child of Mine, which is a really, really good one, which goes, say, that's what it is. It goes up the scale and then plays, like, say, one note, next note, and the next note after that twice. So it goes, and you can do it from the next note, start from the next note, and you got, and you can do that all the way up. Okay, Sweet Child, I think it's an E. Anyway, so we're just doing an A. All right, that's how you do it. All right, so I'm going 1, 2, 3. So the first note once, the second note once, the third note twice. So you're going, okay, then do it again. Stop, starting from the note before it. So you're just going, then go back one, go back one, go back one. All right, see if you can get your head around it. You might need to rhyme things and listen to me play it a few times until you actually see it. But you will picture it and you will get it eventually. And like I said, writing stuff down is really, really useful. And I might even get some PDFs together to show you guys anyway. Who else is there? Yeah, all right, Jude, all right. What have you been playing recently? What have you been going over? Because we haven't seen each other in a long time. So it'd be good to know what you've been doing. So that's what a sequence is. You can use any scale with it. Yeah, so... All right, so it's used as a run. All right, so that's what we're going to be kind of focusing on today. Have you guys got any questions about that sort of stuff? Julie, you're actually playing right now. Let me know. Right, let's do another one. Let's do one with slides in it, because like I said, you can use all these different techniques, emotional techniques, that's what I've called them before, where you're using, say, for instance, slides, pull-offs, hammer-ons, anything like that, to be able to create these sequences. So you could go... and do that somewhere else. There's your first one, go down the string. All right, there's another one. That one's a little bit more of just moved it up, but it's still a sequence because you're still taking a sequence of notes, making a logical pattern, and then doing it. All right, so that's how you do those. All right, so get your head around that. Any questions here? English lesson, oh man, okay, talking about English lessons. This is a music lesson then. Right, okay, so let's use hammer-ons and pull-offs in the next example. Then, so, that's one. All right, there's a little sequence. Okay, so get your head around that sort of stuff. Let me know if you guys need anything explained at all, but hopefully you've got it all. All right, so yeah, what else have we got? What else have we got? What else could we do with it? We could do, I wouldn't say this is a sequence, but this is something similar. So say, for instance, you've got an open string note, right, and you want to play on that, and you want to work your way up and down a fretboard, and you could go... That's a sequence in a sense as well, but I'm using an open string as a pedal, so it's actually combining two things. And what a pedal is when you use one note as a home bass, you can hear that kicking around in the bottom of it, yeah? And then you're going back and forth. Okay, so that's more of a run. Yeah, but all of these things make up patterns, okay? So that's what I want to get my head around, and I want you to get your head around doing it too, okay? Right, cool. Trying to play along. Good, Abs. Okay, can you say the frets you're playing on? Okay, so was that for, depends what four. So say for instance when I was doing this, it says 5th, 7th, 5th on the next string. So going 5, 7 on the D string, 5, 7, and then 5 on the G. And you do the same thing on the next note ups. So you're just going 7th fret on the D string, 5th fret on the G, and then 2 notes are played twice on the 7th fret of the G. So that's in A minor pentatonic, you're following it up. When I was doing an open string thing, I was doing a G open, and I was playing 0, 2, 4, 5, 7, then 9, 11, 12, and that's just a major scale, all right? So you go. It's always a bit like the Darkness, how they do stuff like that. I think there's some solos there. Justin Hawkins does, which sounds kind of familiar. So they're all over the place. You've got to come up with examples. You've got to kind of look for examples. You've got to listen to songs and work out what they're doing. That's a really, really good bit of advice when you listen to a song. And instead of just trying to play along to it straight away, just try and, think about what you know and what you don't know within it. Because timing's everything as well. So for instance, if you've got a bunch of notes and you're trying to work something out, try and clap along to it, try and get it in your head, try and become that beat a little bit so you can really hear it, so then you're able to play it when you look at the notes. Because there's nothing worse than looking at a bunch of notes in tab and you just can't make heads or tails of them because they're just not in time. That's really, really important, okay? So, clapping along, playing it along. You can read the crotchets and quavers. That's a really, really good way of doing it. Again, it's a different thing. It's horses for courses. I will be looking at crotchets and quavers and showing you how to read things, or at least how to clap rhythms. That's something that we're going to do too. Okay, so so make sure you play along. Make sure you look at this video again. If anybody wants to learn any beginner's guitar stuff, take a look at my new website, www.alpascalonline.com. I've got a great deal, $6.75, and that takes you to 3 months. Takes you to 3 months subscription page, and you're able to download all my different content, which is going to be stuff like from riffs all the way through to improvising, tons of different things. So you really have you're in good hands there, because it's real nice rounded course. So take a look at it. I've made it nice and easy, really simple, easy to follow. PDFs come with it, the whole lot, and there's a higher tier deal as well. Take a look at that too, because it's actually really good value for money where you get me on a Zoom call. It's 4 weeks, you get me for 4 weeks, and it's only $47, which is like 35 quid. So for 35 quid you get me for half an hour once a week for 4 weeks. That's a really good deal. It will be a group call, but I'll be able to answer your questions. It's very good rate considering, but it comes with the course. So remember that. There's all sorts of tunes on there, from Red Hot Chili Peppers all the way through to Cream and stuff like that. So please take a look at it. You'll enjoy it. Okay, so I'm going to leave you guys there. Hope you've made heads or tails of me playing through sequences. I will go into more depth about it, but I just wanted to make sure that I tapped you guys up today and had a quick chat about this sort of stuff, because it's all about knowing how to make your notes musical, and this is a really good way of doing it. So I just want to say hi and bye, and catch you guys later. All right, thanks for tuning in, MG Massive. It's good to see you guys, man. Keep playing. We'll be back for more. All right, see ya.